Hey guys, welcome. So today we are going to talk about very commonly used and one of the most efficient algorithms known as binary search. So this algorithm is used for searching of some element if it is present in an array, right? So we have different algorithms like linear search also, which we can use, but linear search does not give us the most efficient way because of the time complexity that it has. So for example, if you want to search some element k is equal to suppose 67, so we will have to iterate through all the elements. We will have to check in a for loop whether the element that we are searching for is the element that is present, right? So we will have to check each and every element, and then we'll finally know whether our element exists, and if it exists, at what place does it exist, right? So for example, in the worst case scenario, we might have 125 as a array, as a number which are searching, and you can clearly see that it's in the last. So this is going to give us a time complexity of big O of n, right, which is not a very efficient way, I would say, because we already have something like a binary search, and which has a very like intuitive algorithm behind it. So let's talk about binary search. So what happens in binary search is that you are given an array which is sorted, right? And you want to look for an element that might be present in your array, right? So now that you have the array sorted, every element that we have is uh, bigger than its previous element, right? So 10 is bigger than 23, so sorry, 23 is bigger than 10, 45 is bigger than 23, and so on, right? So the basic idea behind binary search is that in the first step, you look in the middle of the array. You divide the whole array into two parts and you look in the middle and see if the element that you are trying to search is the element that is present in the middle. If that's the case, we simply return, right? We have our answer in just one single step, right? So probably big O of 1 constant. But if not that, what next? In the next, we are going to check whether the element that we are searching for is actually bigger than or less than the element in the middle, right? So what happens is, in our case, we see that 125 is clearly bigger than 89, right? Now here comes the tricky part. Now that we know that our array is already sorted, so we get an idea, right? Like if the element that we are searching for is bigger than the element in the middle, then it probably must be somewhere after the element that is in the middle, right? Because the array is sorted and we have elements which are increasing in number, right? So now the second step would be to discard the whole array which is in the left, because we know that the element which we are searching for cannot be in the left part, right? Because the array is sorted and our number that we are searching for is after the middle element. It is right side to the middle element. So now in the second part, if you have seen, if you can observe, it is clearly visible that our search space has now been reduced to half. So initially we were looking for our element in the, I mean from linear search point of view, we had to look for every element in the array, right? But now in when we are using binary search, in the second step itself, we are discarding the search space into half, right? So that's a very great stuff. And then we keep on repeating this stuff until unless we find the element that we're looking for, right? So now that we are left with this remaining array. Now we will check whether the element that is we are searching for is in the middle or not. So clearly it's not in the middle, right? I mean, even if you take out the average and do floor division, it's the number that is going to come in the middle is probably going to be less than the element that we are searching for, which is 125. So now we will look in the right, and we can clearly see that the element that we are looking for is present in the last, right? So you can see that after repeating that step, we finally like get our element that we were searching for, and it took only 3 steps for us. We looked for the element in the middle. If it was our element, then we simply returned it. If it is not our element, and then we checked whether the element is bigger than the middle element. If it is bigger than the middle element, then we simply discarded the left side of the array, and we continued our search in the right part, and then we simply did it for the rest of the array. We divided it into half, and we checked whether the middle element is bigger than the element that we are searching for. If it is bigger than the element, if it is less than the element, then we check the right side, and so on. So after 3 steps we have our answer, right? So that's the basic idea. We do it, we can do it recursively or iteratively. So let's implement a function for doing this thing in a recursive manner. So I'll define binary search as my algorithm. I'll take the array, I'll take a starting point to start the search, I'll take an ending point and the element that we are going to search, right? So we'll check, we'll run over all the elements. I mean, not exactly all the elements, but we will run a loop and we will check if the starting point is less than the ending point. Then we will initially find out the middle element, which is our first step, right? We will have to check the first step whether the element that we are searching for lies in the middle or not. So to find out the middle element, we'll take a average and then do flow division, and then we will get the element in the middle, right? So now we will simply check if the element that we are searching for, if k is equal to the middle element of the array, right? If that's the case, then we are simply going to return the index. Index is what? The middle, right? But if that's not the case, then what? Then we are going to check whether the element that we are searching for is greater than the element in the middle, right? So if that's the case, then we are simply going to call the function again, and we are going to discard the left side and we are going to continue our search with the right side. So we will call the function again, binary search with the array, and now this time we are going to change the end and the start and the end parameters, because we are already discarding the left side, because we know that the element that we are searching for is bigger than the element in the middle. So now what will be the starting? Starting will be nothing but the middle plus 1. Why? Because middle is not the element, so we'll check for the element which is just next to it, and we will continue to the end with the k as our parameter that we are searching, right? So what if k is less than? In that case, we are simply going to return, we are going to discard the right side and we are going to continue with the left side. So start will be start because it's 0, and then the ending of the array will be middle minus 1, because we know that middle is not our element, right? And then we will check the array that we have, right? So yeah, it should do the trick. And what if the element that you are searching for is not in our loop? We'll simply do else, return -1 to state that the element that we're looking for is not in the array. So now we will simply call the function, and we will see if the element that we are looking for is in our array or not, and if it is, what's the index of it. So for example, k is 125 for this condition, starting is 0 and the ending is the size of the array, right? So if I call the function right now, I should get the index of 125, which is present there, right? So what should be the answer? 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So our element is present at the 7th index. So if I run the program, I should get 7. It's taking some time to run, I don't know why. Let me just refresh this. Is there a network issue? Yeah, so I think the environment is ready. I don't know, there was some network issue, I think. So probably Yeah, so as I said that the element that we're looking for should be at the 7th index, and we are getting 7th as our output. So now suppose we are going to search for some element called 89. So 1 0 1 2 3 4. So this element is present at 4th index, so our output should be 4. So yeah, we can see the output is 4. So I think the algorithm is working perfectly fine. Let's check. Let's iterate through the approach once again. So the basic idea behind the binary search is nothing but your array should be sorted. You have your element that we are looking for. In the first step, you check whether the element is in the middle or not. If it is in the middle, then simply return it. If it's not in the middle, then we check whether the element we are searching for is bigger than the element in the middle. If it is bigger, then we call the function again. This time we change our boundaries, the start and end boundaries. If the element is greater, then we discard the left side. We continue search in the right array, and repeating this process, we will get the index of the element that you're searching for, right? So the time complexity is log of n of this algorithm, because on every iteration the search space is getting divided by half. So which it is getting, like for example, if there are k iterations, so it is becoming 1 by 2 raised to the power k every time, so which is nothing but log of n, taking log both sides. So that's the video for today. Hope you understood this. Thanks.